Welcome back to the next episode, the second episode on The Special Educator, where critical thinking with a twist is our motto. I'm your host, Tom Hankins, instructor, tutor, consultant, and musician. This episode is about perspective, the first step in the P.I.K.E method, and the second in the series of videos on the P.I.K.E method. Little housekeeping here as usual. Down at the bottom left of the screen for those of you watching, and for those of you listening, I will call this all out for you. Our website, the main hub of all of our activity, is tsegrp.org. Again, tsegrp.org. To reach out to any of our hosts, including myself, host at tsegrp.org. Again, host at tsegrp.org. On social media, Facebook and X are the same, at tsegrp. Again, at tsegrp. YouTube, at tsedgrp. Again, at tsedgrp. And Instagram, got to do the whole thing, folks. I'm sorry. The Special Educator. Again, Instagram is The Special Educator. Before we get started, at the bottom of the screen, for those of you who can see, if not, there's a bunch of little animated icons for you saying like, subscribe, follow, get notified, comments, any questions, please, by all means. I want you to engage. The more I know about the feedback and what you folks want to see, the more we can get material out there for you. So, like I said, this is the second episode regarding the P.I.K.E method and the first of the individual steps. Let me get our music off here. Alrighty, and I'm going to switch over to the full cam real quick before we get to this. For each of these methods on the P.I.K.E method, if you remember from the prior video, perspective, information, knowledge, and engagement are the 4 steps to the P.I.K.E method that I came up with. Anyway, for each of these, I went to AI, and I got 3 different AI sources to compose essays, legitimate essays, and structure and everything else, about each of the 4 steps. So the first one for perspective, this one turned out pretty good. I like this one, but I do want to give you a prompt at the end here, and we'll also do something for the blog once we get done for this. Think of the blog as your digital classroom. I'm going to go over to the document here. This is a copy of the actual combined essays. Perspective, involving curiosity, critical thinking, personal growth. I'm not going to get into too many details because I'm going to post this for the blog prompt, and I'm going to ask some questions at the end when we do this. But just for the presentation, curiosity is really the driving force behind the desire to learn and explore. That's the starting point, the spark, the triggering point, which drives your knowledge and understanding. Through the process of inquiry, we're there to expand our horizons and gain a broader perspective, or if you want to say view of the world. Critical thinking, which is really our main purpose here, is to take critical thinking, put it into a fresh perspective, and help people employ critical thinking in their day-to-day lives. Really, it's the ability to analyze information objectively and make sound, reasonable, logical judgments and act upon those. You have to evaluate evidence, look for biases, consider alternative viewpoints. Generally, you have to be very open-minded, but at the same time, too, be a little skeptical. That's the easiest way to think about it. So when you hone your critical thinking skills, you become better equipped to challenge assumptions and avoid the pitfalls of biases out there. And I don't need to say it too much. If you've been paying attention, bias seems to be a big factor out there. The part about challenging assumptions is really difficult. There we go. For a lot of people. Preconceived notions and assumptions are built into us from the moment we start experiencing the world around us, and up until the moment that you are in a situation or position or needing to employ your way of thinking, don't be surprised if your existing assumptions get in the way. They can put the brakes on learning very quickly. So I cannot stress enough. Keep an open mind, be a little skeptical, but you need to challenge existing assumptions to break free of all the preconceived notions, and you can get a little more nuance to your perspective as well. This next one, seeking diverse perspectives. It is critical. Even if there's somebody out there or a group of people you don't agree with, it is still worthwhile to listen in, at least in a passive way, just to listen. You don't have to agree with somebody, but you can at least hopefully get an idea of where they're coming from, because we're all different. We all grew up in different situations. No two people have the same exact set of perspectives and opinions on things. So just be aware of that. You're not the only one out there. Different cultures, experiences, and viewpoints are always something that is a blessing to absorb. We're trying to foster a little bit of empathy and broaden our worldview. It's going to be one of these things that helps you be involved in fostering a more inclusive and compassionate society. And I don't mean that as a liberal or progressive talking point, but just getting along is better. Reflecting on personal experiences and learning from your journey. Now, we're going to get to experience, knowledge, and wisdom later on in another item, but this will tie into that. Your experiences shape your perspectives, obviously, and we can learn from our successes and failures and just grow personally. Ultimately, self-awareness enables us to make more conscious choices and approach life with greater intention. As far as the conclusion, I'm just going to read this out, and I'll do this for all of these. In conclusion, perspectives are shaped by a combination of curiosity, critical thinking, challenging assumptions, seeking diverse perspectives, and reflecting on personal experiences. By cultivating these qualities, we can develop a more comprehensive and empathetic understanding of the world. This journey of exploration and self-discovery not only enriches our own lives, but also contributes to the betterment of society. So, this whole essay, I will post in the documents on the website, and there will also be a very brief text blog prompt that I'll re-invite this, and I'll ask some questions as well. So go to the website to deal with that. Then get back onto the full cam here. Alrighty, bring a little music in the background before we sign off. Once again, I'm your host, Tom Hankins, instructor, tutor, consultant, and musician. I'm the creator and current only host of The Special Educator. We'll get more people on board here before too long, I hope. Before I sign out, let's go to this website, tsegrp.org. Again, website is tsegrp.org. Getting a hold of any of the people involved with The Special Educator, myself, obviously, included, and anybody else that tags along, host at tsegrp.org, host at tsegrp.org. Social media, Facebook and X, at tsegrp, YouTube, at tsedgrp, tsedgrp, and Instagram, The Special Educator. I'm Tom Hankins. I'm going to sign off. We'll see you on the next video. That will be on information coming up shortly.